So the Kansas City Chiefs, they're not done making trades at all. And they have one more trade that they possibly will make before the trade deadline is over. And the reason why I say that is because, look, we need a cornerback too. It's not what it's supposed to be at that position right now. We know Jalen Watson ended up getting hurt. We know, Nasir Johnson is hurt now. Joshua Williams may not be the answer. So the Chiefs have done everything this fan base could have wanted up to this point on the season. I mean, we've seen this team finish out some ugly games with wins, and then at times look like the Chiefs of old, and ride the back of their elite defense. And despite some significant injuries, we still remain undefeated. So the Chiefs, they're 7-0, and they should definitely be believing in the dream of a three-peat. But that doesn't mean that Brett Veach is necessarily done making trades or making any type of moves. We've seen injuries to players like Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, Isaiah Pacheco, Jalen Watson, even some more names. But the Chiefs, they have stayed aggressive and filling in their holes. So they're serious about making this run for this three-peat. We traded for DeAndre Hopkins. We traded for Josh Uche. And Brett Veach, it looks as serious as he's ever been in loading up for a run. So the NFL trade deadline actually ends in 4 days, which happens to be Tuesday. That's coming up. And the Kansas City Chiefs, they may not be done. There are multiple outlets speculating over an incoming cornerback trade. And you got guys like Marshon Lattimore that's out there. You got guys like Tre'Davious White that's out there, which probably wouldn't be the worst thing possible. I wouldn't mind Tre'Davious White, but I think he'll be better with us. Suppose if he went anywhere else, I think the talent is still there. And I think with a guy like Spags, you can see the best out of Trey White. But one name that's been floated out there in trade talks for the Kansas City Chiefs for a little while now is Marshon Lattimore, a veteran from the New Orleans Saints. And the only thing about the trade with Lattimore is that the fact he struggled with a hamstring injury as of late. And Lattimore, he would need to pass a physical, and the Chiefs will have to be comfortable with the move. Now, if Lattimore is able to pass the physical and he proves to return to health, then he could be a very good move for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a full-time Pro Bowl corner, and he could be on the way out of New Orleans, mainly because of salary concerns. And the Saints, they are in a tough spot for the foreseeable future, if you ask me. And because of the Saints and the way they've been struggling recently, you might not realize how good Marshon Lattimore has been this year, but he's doing very good. On the season, Lattimore is allowing the second lowest opposing quarterback rating of his career, 69.1. And he's played 254-7 coverage snaps this year and has yet to give up a touchdown. So if you put this type of talent on a Spags defense, there's no stopping him. And then as long as Patrick Mahomes is under center, when it does matter, the offense will be fine. And then when you have that type of championship defense on the other side, it definitely will lead to another Super Bowl. So that's something that could do very, very good for the Chiefs. If they do make a trade, it's obviously going to be a corner. This is why this video is about a cornerback. And then Marshon Lattimore, man, he definitely locks up the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl three-peat. He locks that up, And there's other cornerbacks that could also be on the list, like Jonathan Jones. The Patriots, they are sellers right now. They sold us Josh Uche. And they're sitting at 2-6 with a rookie quarterback and a roster that needs help across the board. So giving us Jonathan Jones will be very, very good. He's the team's most tradable asset. He's in the final year of his current contract. And he's 31. So why not just play with a team like the Chiefs? And the Chiefs could use a player with his experience and talent the rest of the way in 2024 for sure. And it probably wouldn't take more than a day 3 pick to make this trade. So that's something pretty good right there that I wouldn't mind seeing. Then you got Tre'Davious White. We already talked about Marshon Lattimore, so we can talk about Tre'Davious White. And the Rams has recently made a public declaration that Tre'Davious White is welcome to seek a trade. The 29-year-old former first-team All-Pro, he hasn't really gotten many opportunities to hit the field for the Rams this season. He's only impaired in 4 games. So if the Chiefs strike out with Jonathan Jones or Lattimore or another preferred target before an NFL trade deadline, they could probably land White for a bargain. He is well past his prime, and he has allowed the second most yards in zone coverage this year. But remember, the Chiefs love to press receivers, and that's White's best skill. And like I said, I think a guy like Trey White would do better with us, and he would definitely end up probably going back to not really his former self, because it's really, once you're out your prime, it's not easy to go back to your prime, to be honest with you. So he probably wouldn't go back to his former self, but he would definitely be he'll definitely be a good, serviceable player for the Kansas City Chiefs, and a player that could possibly help them with a three-peat, and definitely get on the field. I don't think he's going to be getting hurt like how he gets hurt with with all these other teams. I think the Chiefs would definitely, have him ready to go out there, and he'll have a pretty good year with us. So that's from Tre'Davious White. Then Marshon Lattimore, that's a beautiful trade right there. If we could get him, it's not really too much to say but three-peat, to be honest with you. Right now the Chiefs are building the Avengers, if you ask me. They really, really are building the Avengers. And the reason why I say they're building the Avengers is because, bro, look at their team. We're injured right now. We're injured bad. Like, in my opinion, we're injured pretty bad. It's definitely not good how injured we are right now. And this is not really a ideal team. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at how, when I say an ideal team, right, like just in general. I'm not saying like the Chiefs are bad. I'm saying like a team isn't supposed to be injured like this and injured at so much positions, right? But when you're a team like the Chiefs, it's really nothing for you to do that, because we're the type of team where it's like next man up mentality, and not only next man up mentality, it's like we're that type of team where we're just not going to give up. We're going to adjust to the situation. We're going to adjust to what we have. And right now we have an injured team. That's exactly what we have right now, an injured team. And we've been adjusting to that. And not only adjusting to it, but we've been adjusting to it pretty well. Getting guys like DeAndre Hopkins and Josh Uche. And now with us not having a cornerback too, how could you not expect Veach to not make a trade for a cornerback? Like, it definitely wouldn't make sense if he doesn't. We know we don't have a cornerback too right now. So we have to go out there and get us a cornerback too, for sure. And if we could get Marshon Lattimore, that's another player that I beg to come to the Chiefs, and I would love to come to the Chiefs just like Hopkins. If we could get a guy like Marshon Lattimore, man, that would put the NFL in a frenzy, and it would change everything for the Kansas City Chiefs. And it definitely makes their three-peat 10 times more easier, man, which I expect to be easy, because honestly, ain't no team in the league messing with the Kansas City Chiefs right now. You see the Texans, the Ravens. These teams just don't look like the Chiefs. So that's what it is. It's been your boy, Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Please, I'm going to really try to actually post every day this year. This month, sorry. Actually, this year, for the rest of the year, I'm going to try to post every single day. But I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to really try this time. I'm out. Peace.